Isang magandang Sabado po ng umaga sa ating lahat at ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa ating Panginoon at nagising po tayong muli sa isang umagang puno ng pag-asa. At dalangin ko na sa umagang ito ay tayong lahat ay nasa malusog na pangangatawan at pag-iisip. Welcome po sa 11:43 DZMR para sa programang Usapang Pangkalusugan. Ako po si Dr. Jennifer Gatiwan C., your program host, at kasama po ng Philippine Pediatric Society Northeastern Luzon Chapter at ng Santiago City Medical Society. Magsama-sama po tayong pag-usapan ang isang napapanahong usapin. So, nandito po tayo sa part 2 ng usapang Real Talk, #Choose to Wait. At kasama pa din po natin ang ating naging kapanayam noong nakaraang linggo, si Dr. Grace Uy. At i-introduce po natin ang magkakasama po nating din sa araw na ito tungkol sa #Real Talk. So, nung nakaraang linggo po ay napag-usapan natin ang napakalaking problema na kinakaharap ng mga kabataang Pilipino pagdating sa teenage pregnancy. So, for this second part of our program, etong programang ito ay napag-usapan last week na ito po ay programa ng Philippine Medical Association to curb this problem at upang bigyan pa po tayo ng linaw ay tatawagin po muli natin sa araw na to ang isang very accomplished pediatrician, the National Chairman of Advocacy Against Teenage Pregnancy of the Philippine Pediatric Society, now with the Philippine Medical Association. She is currently undertaking a lifestyle medicine competency course at the Philippine College of Lifestyle Medicine. Currently the Vice President of Center for Change Foundation, Home for the Homeless, life coach since 2012 for Lampstands. This is a couples ministry and parenting ministry of Tacloban Bible Community, Tacloban Bible Community. A speaker in a lot of seminars and a true champion for families and the youth. Let us welcome back Dr. Mary Grace Tan-Uy. Welcome back po sa 11:43 DZMR, Doktora.
Good morning.
Yes. At ngayon, kasama po natin sa araw na to, another champion for the youth. Isa din pong very accomplished and outstanding pediatrician in Northeastern Luzon, particularly sa Isabela po. Currently, the chair of Southern Isabela Medical Center Adolescent and Health Development Committee. She is a volunteer pediatrician and board of trustees secretary of Sefton Village Children's Home, an orphanage na nandito po sa Isabela sa Santiago City, and presently heads the committee of the Philippine Pediatric Society Northeastern Luzon Advocacy Against Teenage Pregnancy, a trainer and member of the National Technical Working Group on Advocacy Against Teenage Pregnancy since 2018. Currently, the president of Santiago City Medical Society. This is the chapter of Philippine Medical Association, and at the same time, a secretary of the Philippine Pediatric Society Northeastern Luzon chapter, a fellow of PPSNEL, wife to Fiscal Rizal Titiera, and mother to two growing boys. Welcome po sa 11:43 DCMR sa programang Usapang Pangkalusugan, Doktora Maria Cristina Alde Piera. So magandang umaga po.
Good morning. Good morning, Doktora.
Yes. So, ang ating mga bisita po ay hindi sila busy. Pero napaunlakan nila po tayo sa araw na ito. So, this is second part, ano po, and we will have the floor right now to Dr. Grace Uy upang bigyan po tayo ng recap, no, when it comes to teenage pregnancy, kung ano po yung situation ng teenage pregnancy sa ating bansa.
Okay po. Sige, Dr. Jen and Dr. Christy, good morning once more, no, and sa ating po audience sa araw na ito. Last week po, napag-usapan natin, no, nabanggit ko po na ang usapin po ang problemang teenage pregnancy sa Pilipinas ngayon ay kino-consider po siyang national social emergency. Meaning po na atasan ang lahat po ng ahensya ng gobyerno na tumulong, no, upang ma-resolve po, at upang tulungang bumaba, no, ang teenage pregnancy rate in the Philippines. At isa po ang Philippine Medical Association na tumugon sa panawagan na ito. At in our response to this call for national government, itinayo po natin, no, itinatag po natin itong Oplan Real Talk hashtag Choose to Wait. No? So this is a holistic, life-changing program in which ang mga kabataan po, ang ating adolescents at ang kanilang mga magulang, ang kanilang mga pamilya, ang ating pong mga target audience, no? Ang target pong turuan, sila rin po ang target beneficiaries natin dito sa programang ito. And we are pushing for, no, kagaya po ng napag-usapan natin last week, two major ideologies, no, through Oplan Real Talk. First po is the idea of risk elimination and risk reduction. No? With the risk reduction, a brief review, this is with the use of contraceptions, the use of different methods by which we could prevent pregnancy and pre-pregnancy per se. But ang Oplan Real Talk po is pushing for risk elimination. Yun po yung advokasya natin na ang idea po at ang pinupush po nating advocacy here is risk elimination, meaning to say 100% po na kumbaga gusto natin tanggalin yung lahat ng risk na kaakibat po ng sexual act, no, of premarital sex. And that is why we are advocating saying no to premarital sex at this stage. So by doing so po, we will be able to eliminate 100%, no, yung risk po of untimely pregnancies and as well as the risk of having sexually transmitted infections. Now, through this activity po, ang tinuturo po natin sa mga bata is ma-realize nila yung kanilang worth as an individual, that they are loved, they are liked, no, and they are special. Kumbaga po, kung ano sila, anong itsura nila sa ngayon, sino sila, is enough na, no? Okay, matuto po nilang mahalin ang kanilang mga sarili. And at the same time po, we are pushing for the idea of waiting, no? So kaya po yung title natin, Choose to Wait. Now, waiting is not an old-fashioned thing. Okay po, when we say no to premarital sex, hindi siya makalumang ideology. But in fact po, as we have been saying over and over again, saying no to premarital sex is the only way that will ensure and assure, no, the young person or the person na hindi siya mabubuntis ng wala sa oras at hindi siya magkakasakit ng any sexually transmitted infection. It's the abstinence is the only way po na mai-eliminate natin ng 100% ang lahat ng risk. And lastly po, through this program, we are saying that life is a product of the choices that we make, no? So at the end of the day, yung bata pa rin po, yung individual pa rin ang magde-decide ano ba ang gusto ko sa buhay ko, no? But in the course na siya ay gagawa ng desisyon, nandito po tayo ng mga adults, nandito po tayo ng mga medical experts to guide them how to make the right decision, how to make the better decision, and how to make the best decision para po hindi nila pagsisihan pagdating ng araw. No? So, kaya po nandito ang Oplan Real Talk because we want to guide the youth at this time to make informed choices and tama po na choices at the end of the day. No? Choices that are value-laden, choices that are in are alignment with God's perspective po, no, yung ano yung gusto ng Lord, ano yung tama, because po at the end of the day we believe that if we align ourselves with God, we will never go wrong, no? Hindi po mapapasama yung buhay natin. So that's why po we will do these things, no, during the Oplan Real Talk hashtag Choose to Wait on July 18. Okay, so Dr. Christy, I think saan po gagawin yun, no? Dr. Jen?
Yes. Opo. So mamaya i-announce si Dr. Christia, Dr. Pero when you said that, no, real talk with really putting in the values in these children na talagang itaas ang kanilang self-esteem, no? So you cannot give what you do not have. So if you learn how to love yourself, then that's the only time that you really would learn to love others the right way. At the same time, dahil the right way, you will now choose, no? Learn to choose the right things in life for a better future. So, Doctora, how does this program Real Talk go about since the start of, since inception? ng ano? Yeah.
Ah, Ganito po, no? Yung program itself, how it will run during the day. Okay po, we start normally po with a parent orientation. Para po maintindihan ng mga magulang bakit po sila inimbitahan, bakit po natin sila gustong kasama. Hindi lang po yung mga bata ang gusto nating turuan, but sila rin po. Nasabi ko na po ito nung last episode natin, no, Dr. Jen, pero ulitin ko po saglit. There are 3 reasons why we want the parents to be in attendance. Number 1 po is we want them to know the things that we are teaching the young people, to know what we are teaching their children. Para po, pag uwi nila ng bahay, if sa tingin po nila mali yung mga tinuro natin, no, they can actually tell their children, anak, huwag ka maniwala doon, mali yun. Okay, erase. Okay. Pero kung tama naman po, yung mga napakinggan nila and they agree with them, pag uwi po ng bahay, pag-usapan po muli. Pag uwi ng bahay, reinforce. And pag uwi ng bahay, our prayer po is it will start, no, a deeper a deeper conversation on the matters about sex, no, and other about relationships. Pangalawa pong rason why we want the parents to be there is because we want them to show their children na pinapahalagahan nila yung kanilang relationship with their children.
Yeah.
Na yung araw na to, iniwan ko yung mga labahan ko, sinara ko yung labahan ko, okay? Because you're special to me. I want to give my time to you now because more than anybody else in this world, you are important to me dahil anak kita. So, ipapakita ko yon by being in attendance. No? And then, pangatlo po, ito po, I think, is the most important thing that why parents should be there is because while the entire program is ongoing, we want the parents to be in prayer. We want the parents to pray that habang nagli-lecture po, habang nakikinig yung mga bata, God will open the minds and God will open the hearts of these young people to understand and fully comprehend, no? Ano po yung mga tinuturo. Kasi nga, sinabi ko na rin po ito last week, sabi ko kahit po kumain ng apoy yung lecturer sa harap at magtumbling pa, no? If it is not the Lord who will make these young people understand these concepts, magsasayang lang po tayo ng oras, no? So, the teenage years is precisely, alam po natin, yung pong mga magulang na may anak ng teenagers sa ngayon, the teenage years is a whole new game, battleground, no? Nag-iiba po lahat ng teenager. Pag pumasok ng adolescent people, ibang-iba na. Okay, sabi nga po ng mga ibang magulang, yung anak ko lumalabas na ng kwarto pagka kakain na. Sabi niya, pero buti pa daw po yung border nagbabayad. Yung anak niya hindi nagbabayad ng renta. So kaya po, we want the kids, no, for the Lord to open their hearts and their minds so that they can fully understand na ito pong ginagawa natin, ito pong mga tinuturo natin, kahit paulit-ulit, is actually for their own good. No? Okay, so, and then, pangalawang topic po is about love languages. Wherein we want to promote po yung better relationship, better communication within the family. And then pangatlo po is yung ituturo natin sa bata is the decisions that they will be making in life will not just affect themselves, or the decisions that they will be making in life will be affecting 5 key relationships in their lives. And yung una po doon is yung sarili nila. Kung may mapapahamak, sino yung unang mapapahamak? Sila. Pero sino po yung unang magiging beneficiary ng tamang desisyon? Sila rin. So it's them, no? And then next po is their family and friends. Pangatlo po is yung kanilang future asawa. No? Magiging apektado po yung future asawa sa mga current decisions nila. And then yung kanila pong future na magiging mga anak will also be affected by the current decisions. And then lastly po, no, and the most important of these 5 people is their relationship with God. Now, so any decision, especially in the area of love and sex, will affect, no, these 5 special people. It's either they can show honor and they can express love to these 5 special people, or they can bring shame and they can bring pain and they can bring guilt, no, into these relationships. So kaya po yun yung bottom line na gusto nating ituro po sa mga bata, no, na at the end of the day, matuto po silang piliin kung ano yung tama. Okay, and that is choosing what is godly, choosing what God actually wants to happen in their lives. No? So, ganun po, in a nutshell. All right.
Very concise, complete, very clear, Doctora. So it boils down really to communication, no? Kaya nga, real talk. Hindi lang communication with the facilitators of this program or advocacy, but teaching the parents, no, to have a healthy communication with their children, specifically in this area of sex. Kasi, aminin natin, no, a lot of Filipino parents or in general, pagdating ng adolescence, they shy away with this topic. They don't really know how to handle. But given na etong mga doctors na to, ah, na may platform na ganito, mas mabibigyan ng malinaw na pagkakaintindi on how the family will deal with this topic because it's part, 'di ba? It's procreation. It's part of the human nature, viewing sex in a healthy way. Di po ba? So, Doctora, how's the parents turn out during the time that since this program has been instituted or started?
Okay po. Just last school year po, no? 2024-2025 na school year,
Yeah.
I happen to be the president po of the GPTA of Philsci here in our place, no? Eastern Visayas campus. And together with the administration po, we launched this project sa buong school.
Okay.
And we were so, lahat po ng junior high, no, underwent, and ginawa po ng school is, ginawa siyang compulsory.
Wow.
Para requirement po siya dun sa kanilang values education subject, no, na hindi mako-complete yung year niya. Okay, yung grade nila po for values education kasi is complete and incomplete. So hindi siya mapipirmahan kung hindi a-attend yung bata at yung magulang. No, and sabi po, we had a turnout of more than 800 people.
Wow.
So nakakatuwa po. And so, kumbaga, I've been doing this po for over 100 times, pero it never fails, no, to make me cry. Pag po nakita mo na yung mga magulang at saka mga anak nag-aakapan, ano, you know, no, na may mga naaayos na relationships, may mga, yung mga ganong bagay. You see daddies crying, po, no, na as in hagulhol na iyak, no? And you see daughters hugging their dads and their parents. It's just so overwhelmingly good. And parang, Lord, thank you because we were able to do this. And kahit papano, this will be part of the core memories of these children, of these people. And we pray, no, that the things that they have learned and will be learning through this activity, magagamit nila for life hanggang sa gagawa na sila ng sarili nilang mga pamilya. No? Amazing po. We have been receiving very good feedbacks. And in fact po, I have recently requested the local campus po ng Philsci, no, to give a recommendation for us so that we can go nationwide. Na lahat po ng Philsci all over the country to be backed up by the Philippine Medical Association na maging program po siya ng lahat ng campuses ng Philsci. Na hindi lang, but of course, no, Dr. Tierra and Dr. Jen, we want this nationwide, hindi lang po sa Philsci. No? So, ang school ang pwedeng tumanggap sa atin, go! Di po
Yes.
ba?
Oh.
Dahil kahit isang isang tao lang yan, kahit isang bata lang yan, no?
Mhm.
It's worth fighting for. It's worth fighting for. Lalo na po ngayon na napakataas ng issues on mental health.
Yeah.
Ang daming pong suicidal attempts, ang daming ganyan, no? So, ito pong program na to will also address mental health issues.
Yeah.
Alright?
The
Sama.
self-esteem, which is the first part of the advocacy, no? During the mga workshop. Yun.
Mm.
It's very good. So, eto, napakagandang turnout sa Tacloban. So we will have this kind of workshop. No, actually, we've been having this workshop also in Isabela in different schools through the help of Dr. Tierra, Doctor. But this time, we will be training other facilitators for this workshop, Dr. Tama po, no? So, coming this July 18, Doctor, can you share to us kung saan ito magaganap at kung anong oras at sino po ang pwede nating ma-invite? At if is this free or may a few charges na affordable naman siguro, Doctor? Yun.
Thank you, Doctora. So,
Mm.
una-una, thank you for letting us be part of this today's talk. So, this will be on July 18, Sabado, Biyernes po yun, sa Northeastern College. Bale, alas 7 po talaga ang simula niya.
Mhm.
So, medyo half day lang po siya. So, 7 to 12 in the afternoon. So, ang inimbitahan po namin ay marami. So, nagsimula po kaming mag-imbita. Ang una ko kinausap talaga City Health Office, mga midwives, mga barangay, kasi di ba, nasa kanilang ano yun, yung teenage pregnancy. Tapos sumunod, inimbita ko yung Popcom, yung sa youth po sila eh. So they are also stakeholders ng mga ganito. Pangatlo, yung syempre yung aming hospital, so SIMC, yung aming committee, Adolescent Health Committee. Then sumunod na yung sa DepEd naman, yung School Division Office, kasi yung target po talaga, schools talaga. So I ask help from all of them to help us yung encourage yung mga educators that are tasked on this uh, topic, most especially to send facilitators, nurses, teachers to this setup, training of trainers. So, for the students who will really attend the workshop, yung students, we are targeting grade 9. So, mga taga-NC na po yung aming impita kasi pinahiram po nila ng libre yung venue. Tapos, dahil may konti pong registration fee. Ang magbabayad lang po yung mga facilitators, future trainers, yung mga teachers, yung mga midwives. Ano lang po, 600 pesos.
Very
So,
affordable.
very affordable. Pero po, ang dami ko po sinulatan na mayor. Humingi po ako ng sponsorship sa
Para,
bawat LGU na pwede po i-sponsor yung midwife nyo, yung nurses nyo. Yun po yung mga sinulatan ko. Tapos, since sa PMA po talaga to, ito yung kanilang parang ini-endorse official program nila. Yung like now, very excited on Nueva Vizcaya Medical Association, magpapadala po sila ng 10 tao. So, yung pong mga ganun, kasi parang at the end of the day po, ang prayer natin is they will do this over and over, this talk, this workshop in the respective places. So, uh, it is such a blessing that we get to do this training of trainers. Matagal ko na po itong hinihingi kay Dr. Grace before pandemic. And hindi ko po maintindihan kung bakit parang may sariling buhay po ito sa Isabela. Kasi po, noong 2018, nung nakilala ko si Doktora, tapos titrain kami sa Cavite. Para po bang hina-guide ako na ito gagawin natin, ginawa ko adolescent head. Parang hindi ko naman po ito in-imagine na ito pa rin gagawin ko, mag-8 years na po ako nagpapagawa. Tapos siyempre si Doktora Nini, Very, very, very cooperative, di ba? Ang dami na namin. Mukha pong 1,000 na, di ba, Doktora? Ang napuntahan na namin this Isabela because of PPS.
Yeah.
PPS kasi po talaga yung unang nag-push nito. So, we got invited to as far as Cagayan, Vizcaya, tapos yung sa dito nearby po, paulit-ulit na po kami umikot sa San Agustin. Yung San Agustin, nagkaroon na sila ng sariling adolescent facility. At ito na rin yung ginagawa nila po. Yun. So nakakatuwa, nakaka-inspire. Kasi parang may sariling buhay tong Real Talk.
Yeah.
And we are just instruments na parang, okay, gagawa, may tawag, gagawin natin to. So it is a blessing.
It's a confirmation na ito is a project ni God and we are just
Of course.
instrument. Yeah. And more than anything, makilala nila ang gumawa sa kanila para alam din natin kung paano natin pahalagahan tong buhay natin. So, Doctor, ang bilis ng oras, no? So, when is it again? July 18?
July
Day
18
lang
po,
siya? Yeah.
alas 7 ng umaga.
Yes.
Or hanggang 8 hanggang alas 12 sa Northeastern College po.
Sa
Sa
San
highway po yun
Bernardo.
ng Santiago. Opo. Sa
Yes.
4th floor po yun ng multifunction room.
Yes, ayun. So, we're inviting the school admin, mga midwives, no, mga community kasi talagang sila, no, sila yung nasa grassroots level kumbaga na nakakakita sa mga batang ito. So, ayan. So, this is now the second part of our Real Talk, Upland Real Talk, Choose to Wait. So, ayan. So, marami po tayong natutunan at nalinawan tayo sa tunay na sitwasyon ng ating mga kabataan. Siyempre, ang dalangin natin, no, this youth will be the next generation of leaders. We want them to be really fully equipped as they grow. So, thank you, Dr. Grace. Thank you, Dr. Christy, para po sa usaping Real Talk at talagang no, pinagpala po kami na kasama kayo sa araw na to. So that's it po for today. Any last message? We still have a few minutes. Dr. Grace?
Let's attend.
Yeah.
Nating sayangin yung opportunity. No? I believe it's a privilege. So let's go. Let's go po and attend. Dr. Christy, I really praise God na sa buhay mo, no, for doing spearheading all of this. May God continue to bless the works of your hands. Go, kapatid!
Yes. Okay. Christy, any last words for our listeners?
Apo, iniimbitahan po namin kayo kung kayo po ay may puso para sa mga kabataan ngayon na marami po silang pinagdaraanan na hindi natin napagdaanan nung tayo mga kabataan natin at marami na po problema lalong-lalo na yung pagbubuntis ng maaga. Kaya po sa July 18, half day lang po yun, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. sa NC. Meron pong training of trainers workshop. Pwede po namin kayong turuan kung paano po magawa ng ganitong workshop na pwedeng gawin sa inyong mga schools, sa inyong barangay. Maraming salamat, Doktora.
Thank you. So that's it po for today sa ating programang Usapang Pangkalusugan dito lamang po sa 1143 DZMR. Nawa po sa sandaling panahon ay may mahalaga po tayong impormasyon na na-share sa ating lahat. So dalangin ko po ay mamuhay tayo ng malusog sa ating katawan at sa ating kaisipan. So abangan niyo po muli ako sa susunod na Sabado para sa ating programang Usapang Pangkalusugan. Dito lamang po sa 1143 DZMR. A proud member of KBP, ating tandaan ng ating kalusugan ay kayamanang di mapapantayan. Happy weekend po!